Hi, I'm John Omaha, licensed marriage and family therapist, and the creator of Affect Management Skills Training and Affect Centered Therapy. And you can find out about me just by going to johnomahaenterprises.com. I want to talk today about an essential skill that is called safe place. Many people who often become clients grew up in chaotic environments, and they did not learn, their environment in childhood was not safe. It was not safe. Maybe there was alcoholism in the house. Maybe there was drug abuse in the house. Maybe there was spousal abuse. Any of these, and it doesn't have to be as dramatic as that. If dad is absent, if there's divorce in the house, the house is not a safe place to be. And so as a child, the child does not form an internal image of safety and security. And so later in life, they don't have that internal image to rely on. People who come from healthy environments have that image, and they're not even aware of it. They just expect that when they go out in the world, everything's going to be fine, and it usually is. So with my clients, and for those of you who are looking at this video today, I want to go through the steps of the safe place skill. So I ask my clients, tell me a time, a recent time where as an adult you knew that you were safe. And the place where you knew this should be a place in nature, waterfalls, lakes, the beach is a common one, the woods, someplace where the person knew they were safe. And this is very important, that the safety should not rely on the presence of some other person in order to create the safety. The goal here is that this is an internal resource that the client can use. So once we've identified a place that meets those criteria, I ask them to be in that place, and I use a device called a TheraTapper, but for this demonstration, and for those of you at home, you can do this. Just tap on your shoulders. So I'm going to act this out for you. I will say to the client, and let's use the beach as an example, be on the beach, and I want you to notice everything that you can see. Just turn in a 360-degree circle and notice everything that you can see. Good, good. And a deep breath, let it out, and tell me, what did you see? They see the ocean, they see the waves, they see some pelicans, they see some seagulls, they see some cliffs down the beach, they see some hills or dunes behind them. They might see some seaweed and some driftwood. So that's everything they can see. Now I will go through, and I will just sort of move quickly through this. I ask them to notice in a second pass through everything that they can hear, and then everything that they can smell, and everything that they can feel on their skin. So it would go like this. I will say, be on that beach where you can see some driftwood and some piles of seaweed, and notice everything now that you can hear. And the client will say, well, I can hear the seagulls, and I can hear the waves, and I can hear the wind. Good. And then I'll ask them, notice everything you can smell. And they might say, well, I can smell that unique ocean smells. Kind of smells like salty air and seaweed. Good. And then I will say, notice everything you can feel on your skin. And they'll say, well, I can feel the sun on my skin, and I can feel the wind on my face. Good. So I will have written all this down, and then I will tell them, now, we have a beautiful image of a beautiful, safe place. Let's assemble it with some knowledge-based statements. Those of you who have looked at my video will realize, another video, will realize that what we're doing here now in this part is assembling an image, which is on the right brain, with some knowledge on the left brain. So I will ask the client, I will say, be on the beach, seeing the sun breaking through the clouds, hearing the seagulls, feeling the wind on your face, smelling the salt air. And this time, as you're in that place, please repeat after me, I am safe. And the client, with the tapping like this, says, I am safe. And you can do this at home. I am safe. And then I'll say, let that resonate and become as true as it can be. Good. Deep breath, let it out. You might notice whatever comes up for you at that point. And then we'll try and get an assessment of how true that is. So use a scale that goes from 1 to 7. 1 is false, 7 is true. And I'll ask them, how true is that statement, I am safe? And it wants to be a 7 or close to it. The next piece is, I feel safe. So I will say, be on that beautiful beach, feeling the wind on your skin, smelling the salt air, seeing the waves and the birds, and hearing the waves and the birds, and a place where you now know with certainty you are safe. This time, please repeat after me, I feel safe. And the client says, I feel safe. I continue the tapping and say, just let that resonate and become as true as it can be. Good, good. Deep breath, let it out. As a client, you might notice what comes up now. And then I ask the same question. As you're on that beach on a scale from 1 to 7, how true is the statement, I feel safe? The next piece is to identify the sensations that are telling the person that they feel safe. So I will say, this time I'm going to go through it. I'm going to ask you to say, I feel safe. And I'm going to ask you to notice the sensations you're getting in your body. And let me know when you get them. So I have the client now. This is the client tapping on him or herself. And I'm saying, be on that beautiful beach, hearing the waves, feeling the sun on your skin, the wind on your skin, smelling the salt air, hearing the seagulls, and a place where you know with certainty you are safe, you know with certainty you feel safe. Please say out loud again, I feel safe. And this time, notice the sensations that are coming up in your body. The client says, I feel safe. I say, notice the sensations. And they notice and notice. And in a moment, they'll say, well, I feel relaxed all over. And I'll say, good. Please repeat as you're on that beautiful beach, please repeat after me. The relaxation I feel all over tells me I'm feeling safe. Good, good. We'll get the assessment of how true that is. And then the couple of last pieces. One is we will get a cue word. Often clients will just use the word beach or a particular beach, like Salmon Beach or Moonstone Beach, wherever they're actually or visualizing standing. And then I will ask them, this is called a future template. Is there some time in the next 24, 48 hours when you'd like to use this skill to feel safer? And so I'll give you an example of that. So I'll ask the client, be on that beautiful beach and seeing the waves and hearing the waves, feeling the wind, hearing the wind, feeling the sun on your skin, and a place where you know with certainty you feel safe, you know with certainty you are safe, you know with certainty that it's the relaxation all over that tells you feel safe. And now please say out loud, Salmon Beach. Good, and the client says that out loud, Salmon Beach, and then I coach them to allow the knowledge of safety, the knowledge of feeling safe, the sensations to assemble with that beautiful image. And then I'm just giving an example here. I will ask them for a future template. Well, I'm thinking of a client who said, well, yeah, tomorrow morning I have to go and see my attorney for my divorce. And every time my soon-to-be ex-husband will be there, and every time that happens, I break down in tears. And so I tell the client, good. As you're preparing to drive to the session, and you put your hand on the car door, say your cue word, Salmon Beach, and just take an instant and let that beautiful image come up and the knowledge of safety, the feeling of safety, and the sensations. Now get into the car, drive to the appointment, and as you're going into the lawyer's office, putting your hand on the door, once again, just say your cue word, Salmon Beach, and allow the whole image to come up, the knowledge of safety and the sensations of safety, and hold on to that as you go into the appointment. And then I will ask the client to say, repeat after me, I'm learning to use my safe place, my Salmon Beach, to create safety for myself. So I asked this particular client the next week, how did it go? And she said, I really am amazed because we had the appointment for the first time. I did not cry, and I was able to feel safe and feel safe in saying what I wanted in the divorce. And so what I do with that client then is say, well, good, just see this, how you use the skill and how the outcome was positive, and repeat after me. I am learning to use my safe, I'm learning that when I use my safe place skill, I feel safe and the outcome is positive. A couple of things, so that's the safe place skill. Couple of things I want to add. If you're unable to achieve a certainty of level 7, there might be issues that a licensed therapist could help you with. So be aware of that. If you're having real difficulty accessing the sensations, there may be, as I say, issues that a licensed therapist can help you with, and that are more than this kind of self-help video can help you with. My name is John Omaha. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. You can find out about me and the work I do at my website, johnomahaenterprises.com. Thank you very much. Appreciate this opportunity.